I packed my bags too. Gianna couldn't understand why I wanted to go to school so early. That evening, I passed by Gianna's room.
She's never gonna see us as her real family. No matter what we do, she's always gonna...
I heard her voice through the door. I went back to my room. Didn't turn on the light. Sat there in the dark the whole night. The next day, the Marchettis were driving me to JFK. Dante was behind the wheel. Enzo and Gianna were in the back. The whole ride, Gianna kept talking.
Call us if you need anything. Don't forget to eat. We're always here.
I responded to every single one. At the airport, I said goodbye to each of them. I reached for the suitcase in Dante's hand. He pulled it back.
Let's go.
I blinked, watched him walk with me through security, then onto the plane. He sat down next to me. I still hadn't processed what was happening.
What?
He slid a gray neck pillow behind my head. Quick, no warning. When his fingers brushed the back of my neck, my whole body went rigid. He didn't say anything else, leaned back in his seat and closed his eyes. I put my earbuds in, body stiff the entire flight. Didn't sleep a single second. After we landed, Dante carried my luggage all the way from the parking lot to the dorm. He walked half a step ahead of me, not side by side, not holding hands, just him in front. Everything had to go through him first. It had been like that my whole life. My roommates assumed he was my boyfriend. After he left, they found out he was my brother. Every single one of them came at me for his Instagram.
That is not a brother face.
Life. Dante and I barely interacted. I knew he probably hated me, so I always kept my distance. I never smiled at him, not once, and it wasn't just him. I kept my distance from everyone. In my past life, he hated that smile I gave him when I was 5. That day at the group home, he looked at every single girl, then walked up to me. All because I smiled at him. He chose me, and Sarah was left behind. The reborn Dante. He probably hated my smile too. So in the Marchetti house, I was always guarded. Just like Gianna said, I never let myself belong. Only around Sarah could I relax a little. Now that I was in San Francisco, I didn't have to face any of them. I could finally breathe. College was busy, full. That was good. The only hard part, every Christmas, I had to come up with a different excuse each year not to go back. The first year, Sarah FaceTimed me. She looked a little hurt. Behind her was the Marchetti living room, Christmas tree, fireplace, Gianna setting the table. The second year, I still didn't go back.
Nora? What's going on with you?
Sarah's tone changed.
I feel like you didn't just go to college, you left us. For good.
I gripped my phone, didn't know what to say. Sarah waited a long time, then hung up. That night, I made myself a cup of hot cocoa. Steam fogged up the window. That gray neck pillow was still at the bottom of my closet. Some nights, a trace of tobacco and woody cologne would drift through. I wasn't sure if I actually smelled it, or if it was just a memory. Empty. Not a single person in the hallway. The door to the room next door hung open. Bed stripped bare. Nothing left but fairy lights still blinking on the wall. I forced my eyes shut. Then my phone rang. Sarah.
Sarah?
Nora, come downstairs. Now. Nora, come down. I'm right outside your building.
I froze for a second, grabbed my jacket and ran. From a distance, I could see a few figures standing below. I slowed. Sarah had already spotted me.
Nora!
I ran toward them. It wasn't just Sarah. Dante was there too. Behind them was a bodyguard. Sarah was holding a bag of Whole Foods groceries. Dante had a small tabletop Christmas tree cradled in his arms. My eyes burned. I suddenly felt like I'd been so selfish. When Sarah saw me cry, she looked happy about it. She pulled me into a tight hug.
I knew it. I knew you missed us.
That night, Sarah made Christmas dinner in the communal kitchen. A pot of pasta, garlic, olive oil, parmesan. The smell filled the entire floor. Dante set the little Christmas tree on the windowsill and plugged it in. He didn't say a word, but he was there the whole time. We were halfway through eating. Then, hurried footsteps at the end of the hallway. A voice, low and urgent. Dante's bodyguard burst in, face white.
We need to move. Now.
Before I could process it, the window shattered. Sarah screamed. Dante shoved her to the ground. Glass still hanging in the air. I saw a shadow flash at the doorway. The gun was aimed at Sarah. I don't know where the strength came from. I threw myself in front of her. Then a bang. My abdomen torn through. Dante's face appeared above me. He was shouting something. I couldn't hear it. Everything went black. The doctor said the bullet hit my left kidney. During emergency surgery, they removed it. The surgery was a success, they said. I was lucky. But on the third day post-op, my attending came in with a report. He said my remaining right kidney had some congenital issues, something I might have gone my whole life without knowing, if the left one were still there. But now, the pressure on a single kidney was too much.
We need to monitor your kidney function closely going forward. In the worst-case scenario, you may need a transplant down the line.
I stared at the ceiling. I didn't understand. I tried so hard to break free from the Marchettis, to live my own life. I'd gotten into a great school, 2 more years, and I could have been working, independent. But now, everything felt like it was sinking into the dark. I was transferred to a private hospital in San Francisco. Enzo arranged it. 1 phone call, 1 black SUV. And just like that, I was moved from a public hospital bed into a private room with an ocean view. Sarah's eyes were swollen from crying. Her school was about to start. She didn't go. Took a leave of absence. Refused to leave my side.
That bullet was meant for me.
She held my hand, voice trembling.
Nora, that bullet was meant for me.
Don't be stupid. Don't say that.
I touched her face. After surgery, things got worse than the doctors expected. He confirmed it. I needed a kidney transplant, and worse, my blood type was rare. Finding a match would be extremely difficult. What I didn't expect was Sarah going behind everyone's back to get tested for compatibility, and she was a match. Listening to Gianna's voice out in the hallway.
Sarah, have you thought about this?
If you give up a kidney, what happens to you for the rest of your life?
Stop telling me you'll be fine with 1 kidney. You don't know that.
I won't allow it. Do you hear me? I won't allow it.
My tears fell. Sarah, I won't allow it either. When none of the Marchettis were around, I packed my things and left the hospital. I had nowhere to go, and I didn't want the Marchettis to find me. I couldn't even book a flight, rent a car, or check into a hotel under my own name. Enzo had people in every system. The second my name showed up, the Marchettis would know. I called a car outside the hospital, paid cash, told the driver to keep heading east, Sacramento, a city I'd never been to before. I'd always planned to pay back every dollar the Marchettis ever spent on me, but now, clearly, that wasn't going to happen. I'd owe the Marchetti family for the rest of my life. I found a tiny studio on a quiet side street, off Craigslist, cheap rent, everything old. To make myself feel somewhat normal, I got a job at a flower shop wrapping bouquets. The owner was a Mexican lady in her 60s. She didn't ask many questions. She just looked at me once and told me to come in at 9 the next morning. The hours weren't long, 6 hours a day. Not hard work, but every time I came back to that little studio, I felt so alone. Slammed until late. By the time I clocked out, it was almost midnight. Sacramento at night was dead quiet. The last bus was long gone. All I could do was walk, but on the way, I kept feeling like someone was behind me. Up ahead was a narrow stretch with no streetlights. No one around. I walked faster and faster. Eventually, I broke into a jog, but the footsteps behind me, they sped up too. I panicked, tripped, hit the ground. I could feel someone coming toward me. I screamed, scrambling backward. Headlines started flooding my brain. Rape, murder, body found 3 days later in a ditch. A hand closed around my wrist.
No! Oh, please let me go, please! I'm sick, I really am. I don't have money. Please, leave me alone.
I kicked and hit at whoever was in front of me. Then someone pulled me in, held me tight.
No, it's me.
That scent came back. Tobacco and woody cologne. In the darkness, it surrounded me completely. I froze for 1 second. Then I broke down crying. And couldn't get a single word out. After a long time, I pulled myself free and went back to the little studio. I didn't know how Dante found me here. I didn't want to know why he came. In our past life, he hated me. So why? Over the next few days, Dante was just there, following me. He didn't talk, didn't explain, didn't get too close. He was just there. When I went to work at the flower shop, he sat in the cafe across the street, pretending to look at his phone. When I walked home after my shift, he trailed half a block behind. I didn't want to deal with it, didn't want to ask, but the shop owner noticed. She glanced out the window at Dante sitting in the cafe, then looked back at me.
Boyfriend trouble?
I didn't answer, just walked out in silence. I just didn't want anything to do with the Marchettis anymore. One time, Dante showed up outside my building again. I couldn't help it. I walked up to him.
Let me go. Clean. Is that too much to ask?
Something shifted in his eye, not anger, something heavier than anger.
Nola, I'm sorry.
Deteriorating fast. The next time I ended up in the ICU, I was transferred back to New York. Sarah was at my bedside again. She held my hand, forehead pressed against the back of it. Her shoulders were shaking.
Nora, please. Let me do this. Let me save you. Please.
She looked up at me, eyes so swollen from crying, she could barely keep them open.
You're my sister. Do you hear me? You're my sister.
That was the first time Sarah ever said that. I held her hand weakly, shook my head. I was happy she said it, but no matter how many times she did, I couldn't let Sarah give me her kidney. Before, the reason I refused was because I couldn't bear it. What if something happened to Sarah because of me? I couldn't imagine how the Marchettis would treat me then, but now, my reason was different. I just couldn't ruin the rest of Sarah's life. She was still young. She'd only been back in this family for a few years. Losing a kidney, no one knew what that would mean for her future. Gianna had aged so much during this time, the elegant matriarch of the family. Now the lines around her eyes had deepened overnight. I knew she had regrets, because after that fight, Sarah still refused to speak to her. She probably thought she'd failed as a mother, an adoptive one at least, that her selfishness was the reason my condition got this bad. But I never blamed Gianna, not really, because I knew it wasn't just Sarah who got tested. Gianna did too. She just wasn't a match, and she never told anyone she tried. Just when everyone was about to lose hope, we got a call from the hospital.